So glad you came, Ernie. Thank you. Oh, good. I'm glad, Rebecca. So I guess we might as well get started. I appreciate you all coming, and if you're here, just leave me a note and please share. One person that shares will receive the card that we make today. So we're going to use this Friendly Foliage. This is the card that I'm going to make, and this is the Friendly Foliage set, and I've got some fun tips for you. But to start out with, as you know, Stampin' Up! Is going to be going to all photopolymer, and they will be coming in these packages with this is the envelope that will come in. And so it comes like this, and the one thing that they haven't done yet, and we're really hoping they do, is to put the ink, the stamp sets in the envelope, so that when you put it back, you know what you have and what you don't have. So until they do that, I am too, Ernie. Oh, wow, that's neat, Rebecca. Woo, fun. So what I did was, when I first opened this up, I just did black ink and I inked up the envelope. So I know what, I like to put my stamps back so I know I have them all in there. So I just inked this up before I took it off of the big sheet. And you can do that, let it set for a while because it will smudge, but let it set for a while. And then all you have to do is just, there's, two sheets. There's the thicker sheet and the thinner sheet. And I put the thinner sheet over that so it wouldn't smudge. And the stamps will stick to that. And then this will go on top. So that's one thing. And hopefully they will come up with the idea of getting the pictures on the sheet so we don't have to do that. But for now, that's what I'm going to be doing is so that I can know that everything is there. Obviously, I just have one stamp that is not on there because that's what we're using today. So this is that's the stamp set, and then the Stamp, Cut and Emboss, the Friendly Foliage. Here are the dies that I'll be using today. So these two, and you can cut them separately, or you can actually put them together and cut them together. And then there's these leaves there's 4 different leaves that you can cut out and add to your project. So this goes, and I've always put the name on. I just print out a label and put it on so that I can look through it fast and get it. So anyway, that's the new stamp package. Oh, something happened? I just realized I lost you. Oh, hang on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my iPad went gray on me. So I'll start out by giving you the dimensions of the project. We're starting with basic white thick card base, 11 inches by 4 1/4 inches, scored at 5 1/2. And you don't really have to write these down. I will put them below, and I will have them on YouTube with all the dimensions and all the products that I used. But you're fine to write them down too. And then this is Secret Sea, and this is 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. And then this is basic white, 4 1/2 by 3 1/4, and I ran it through the Exposed Brick 3D embossing folder. Isn't that pretty? I love that embossing folder. Then the next thing is what I'm going to stamp. Excuse me. And I'm going to stamp on, yes, I have. And you can also go in and go to the product suggestion and suggest it. So I'm using the foam adhesive sheets. It's 152815, and they are 4.5 by 4.25. They come in sheets, and I think you get a 6 or 8 in a package. And then I'm going to use the basic white, the same dimensions, 4.5 by 4.25, so that when I run this through the machine, it will punch out the adhesive sheet, and then it just it's double-sided. You take off the side, and it comes right on to your project. So it's really, really cool. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this in Secret Sea. So I'm using the Secret Sea stamp pad. I think a lot of people have suggested it, Rebecca, because we all want that. So I don't know why they didn't ask us first. So I'm inking up my stamp, and because this is photopolymer, I'm going to use the matte. And the reason I do that is because, remember, photopolymer doesn't have the foam like doesn't have the foam, and so this makes it so it's easier to stamp. So I'm stamping this on here. Actually, I'm going to stamp it over here. And I'm just stamping right on the white, the basic white right now. That turned out good. And then I'm going to turn it around and stamp it again, because I can actually stamp it again and have two, cut out two. And that way I've got one for another card. And I'm going to stamp this here. And I'm going to put it up. Got to get it in there so it doesn't. Okay, so there's my other one. I'm just going to use one per today. I forgot to bring my die cutting machine, so I need to bring that over. And I will die cut it so you can see how this works. So I'm going to move that and these things. And, well, first of all, I've got to put it on the adhesive sheet. So do that first. So now the adhesive sheet. So it goes like this. So I'm going to take off the backing on the adhesive sheet, and I'm going to place this right here. So now I will show you how these dies work. So I'm going to cut this one first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this right here. Line it up really easily. It's very easy to line up. And I forgot something else. Oh no, I didn't. So I use this Post-it. It's called Labeling and Cover Up tape. And it works really good to put it on and hold. You can use washi tape, you can use Post-it notes, whatever you have on hand. So I'm just using this. I buy this by the gross almost. It's gross. So, and then this fits right in here, and I'll get it on, and then I'll bring it closer to the camera so you can see it. And that's not staying. You stay there, silly thing. I'm gonna put this down lower so it will start all over again. Okay, so line that up really carefully. The nice thing about this set, the lovely thing about this set, is that it has occasion. It's for any occasion. There's get well, thinking of you, sending love, just all kinds of really cool. Oh boy, my hands are not working today. Okay, let's get that back down there. And then I'm going to put this in here, and it lines up really well. And I will add another piece of tape to it. Every time I pick my finger up, it moves. So I'll get another piece of tape, and I'll put that right here. Let's move this over a little bit and get all of that in there. And it will cut it all out. Okay, so now we're ready to run it through. And the sandwich is just the regular sandwich with any die, like any die. So you're gonna have number one, the pad, the big pad, and number two, which is for die cutting, and then one acrylic, and then we'll put this down here, and the other acrylic pad, and then we'll run it through. And I'm going to run it through once and then bring it back, and then the little pieces will just fall out. Okay. I think it slipped a little, but it'll be fine. This adhesive sheets, these adhesive sheets, I can't talk. These adhesive sheets are great. I saw this idea online. Terry Gaines shared it, and I thought this was really cool. So I'm taking those off, and this just pops right out. And then you just pop out the centers. You can leave the centers in if you would like a white background, but I have a white background, so I wanted to show you how it works on the, you have to just poke these little pieces out. And then, and if you do this without the adhesive sheets, they actually just pop right out. But the adhesive sheet is a little thicker, but it cut it fine. It's just a matter of getting them out of there. I just love the way this, I just love this set. I didn't buy it at first. I thought, oh, I don't know if I like that. But now I'm hooked. And get this out. And when I take that off, all the rest of that stuff will come out, but I'm trying to get it out first. Sorry, I'm taking longer than, but this is the way it is. With that thick adhesive sheet, it takes it a little while to get it out, but it'll come. And then I have one more ready to cut for another project. Okay, so I'm going to start by putting I'm going to continue by putting the card together, and then we'll put that on. And of course, I made a big mess. So we'll get that all away. And we have the basic white thick cardstock base, and then the Secret Sea. I think this is probably one of my favorite colors in the in colors this year is the Secret Sea. It's not black, but it is beautiful. And then the basic white embossing tool, embossed with the 3D exposed brick. So there's the card. And now I'm going to take the backing off of this and make sure all these little pieces get out. And I've got it kind of stuck. Oh well. I did it perfect when I wasn't online. But as soon as I go online, I always seem to mess up. But you understand how that goes, right? Okay, now we're ready. Yeah, you're right. That's right, Rebecca. Some cards take longer. So I'm adding this right here. And it has a really nice popped up, as you can see, it's popped up. And it has a very nice popped up look to it. And then I have the, this is the Thinking of You, and I use the Textured Notes dies, the smallest one. And I think that is really, really pretty. And I stamped it in Secret Sea, and then I'll put that on. And because this is popped up and it's higher, it's thicker than the dimensionals. So I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to add an extra dimensional on this side so that it won't dip. So I've got 2 singles, and then I've got a double layer there. And I'll line that right up on the side. And there it is. Isn't that cool? I just think this is just, it's not flowery, it's not overdone. It just has these beautiful, and then if you want more, you can cut out using the other dies and add them in. So it's really an attractive set. I really like it. And as usual, I have to make extras. So here are the other ones I made. This one is using old Garden Green and Pretty Peacock. And you can't really tell, but I stamped it. On the stamp, I inked it up in Garden Green, and then added with a sponge dauber, I added a little bit of Pretty Peacock. So it gives it just a little bit of a different flavor. And then this background is the Lasting Linen. Lasting Linen? I think that's what it is. Lasting Linen, I stamped that. And then I add some of the Druzy gold gems. So there's that one. And then here's another one. And this is using the Woven Textures paper. So I used Early Espresso, and I stamped this in Early. And this one I did add some extra. So you can see I added a couple extra of the branches, or whatever they're called, in there. And then I used some of the dots, and I've forgotten what their name are, and stamped this. And that's Woven Textures. And then this is also Woven Textures, a different one. And I use the Pecan Pie, and the saying Here for You Always. I really like that. And then the gold gems. And then this one is using the Pretty Peacock, and I actually made the whole thing with Pretty Peacock. And this is Crumb Cake and the Forever Plaid embossing folder. And then I used the Textured Notes dies and cut out this. And this is the same, let's see, what is it? This is using the, I've forgotten now which paper it is. Oh, Peace on Earth. Peace on Earth. And this is Pretty Peacock, Sending Love. So, and then this one is Get Well, and it has the gold. This is the gold ribbon that comes, it's white gold and black and gold. And then I use Garden Green, and I use that embossing folder that is the autumn one. And so that's it. So that's my cards for today. And if you don't have this set, this is a good set to get, because it's very, very practical and will go with anything. Will go for any, I mean, you could make, it doesn't have Happy Birthday, but you could make it Happy Birthday with another stamp set. Make a great masculine card. This one would make a great masculine card. Oh, I forgot to add the, I look at it and then I have it sitting right here. These are the In Colors 2025, 27 In Colors, and these are the Secret Sea ones. And as usual, I messed up and forgot to put them in. Of these, of what, Rebecca? What is the name again of the set? It's called Friendly Foliage Bundle. Friendly Foliage Bundle. That's a a full mouth. Friendly Foliage. So I hope you enjoyed this, and as usual, I don't like to keep you very long, but okay, Friendly Foliage. Friendly Foliage, and it's a bundle. There's the dies, and you don't even have to use it. And on this one, I just stamped it, and I didn't cut it out. I used the large die to cut it out. I used this die to cut it out, but I wanted the white in there. And the rest of them, I used both dies, but you don't have to. Oh, and this one, I did just cut it out. I cut it out with both of them, but I cut a single one out of the basic beige so that it wouldn't show through. So I used this and cut out a beige, and underneath is the basic beige. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and we will talk to you later. Thank you so much.